This typing, and this typing, this typing, and this typing, this typing, and this typing.
I have things to do. Hey, uchiri kuuya here ndizive kune zvindabuda mugedhi ndakungotenderera ndakutoenda pa next door. Uri kundifora sei uyu akadzingaira aparubweza kuti mumbaregari adiona akadzira Lumumba. Hey! Chai! Lumumba. No life. What do you say?
Musha.
Should I say?
Aywa.
This guy is wonderful.
Mai Titi, thank you for doing the interview with us. This was so important for me because I did an interview last week with your sister, Tyra. We had a lot of fun.
Okay.
Did you watch the interview?
Well, a part of it, I did.
I'll tell you what happened in the interview.
What happened?
I asked Tyra what happened between you guys and why you attacked her, why she didn't respond. So I think it's only fair I ask you, Mai Titi, why did you, whatever your differences were with Tyra, why did you feel it was important for you to air them out so publicly?
Okay, thank you, Lumumba. Actually, I know my reaction, I'm attacking her, but I was actually responding already to what she had already done. She's the first who started, but you know when you're angry and when you're really disturbed and when you're really hurt, a lot of people do a lot of things. I was just retaliating to the message, her message, which leaked Achindi 10, you know. As much as you said, I'm glad you said your sister. You understand? I took Tyra as my sister, my blood, even if we're not related any whatsoever. But I took it as my sister. I fought for her so many battles because Tyra is more on a chilled side. Even if she starts a war, she can't finish it. You understand what I'm saying? I was always the one to finish it because me, I can take it all the way. And it's actually a medical problem because if I do not air out my whatever, do not worry, my blood pressure goes up. I have to say it. And my doctor said, whenever you're angry and you feel like you want to say something, say it. And every time when I do that, I feel very relieved. Though sometimes,
So do you feel better after what you said about her?
Well, I'll be very honest with you. I would say I went over the board.
Are you sorry?
No, yeah, I'm sorry for saying that, but I'm not sorry on the other side because I was not lying about it. Because a lot of people say, Mai Titi and whatever, but only God knows the truth, and only me and her knows the truth. You know, we've been friends, Lumumba. You can't just wake up in the morning and you start ranting bad things about somebody, and the things are not even true. How do you do that? I never say lies about a person. Never in my life.
I think Tyra loves you, and I think you love her. I think you guys really love each other. However, I think you hurt each other. And you hurt each other, and it hurts more because you love each other. Like if I hurt you, it doesn't matter because we don't have depth. So I think it hurts you more because you guys have depth. And I wonder, Anjadzi, do you miss her?
Well, to be honest, yes, I do. I would want to swallow my pride at this point in time because we were friends. We were more than sisters. We would visit each other, do everything together. I do things for her, she does things for me. So yes, I can say I miss her.
Okay, I don't
And
want to.
I love her. I love her. I don't want to lie and say, no, now I hate her. It's very difficult to really hate somebody you've been with through thick and thin. You understand? Me and Tyra.
But that's how you express
But
yourself.
that's how I just had to
Because
clap
people,
back and.
people express themselves differently.
Yeah, we do express ourselves differently. And that was the only way I could think of. After all that we do for each other, we protect each other. This is what you do. If you just didn't want to come to my show, of which I never invited her because already we were not talking. Saka apana panga amborine ticket rekuya ku launch kangu. Who had invited her? I never invited her, so I was not even expecting her.
What's right with Tyra? What's good about it? Is there anything good about her?
What I love about Tyra is she knows how to keep quiet and when to keep quiet, even if she's wrong. It's like she knows how to pretend. I love that because I don't pretend. I love that so much when I'm looking at her and I'm seeing her pretend and she's smiling about it and she so innocent about it, and I'm like, damn, that is really good. You understand? So one thing about Tyra I love is Tyra is an actress.
Okay.
And other good thing that I love about Tyra is I love Tyra.
Okay, let's talk about Mai Titi. Do you know what I love about you, Mai Titi? I love that you have taken issues that are very sensitive,
Yeah.
very personal,
Yeah.
very deep in most homes, and you've made them palatable and relatable to everybody.
Thank you.
I really love how you have done that, and I want you to know from the bottom of my heart I respect that.
Thank you.
One of the deep issues you have touched on and dealt with is the issue of people living with HIV and AIDS.
Yeah.
And it all came to light when you were compromised because of your status, and then you dealt with it by getting in front of it. Talk to me about that experience.
Okay, I must say that was a very painful path I chose to go public. I was very disturbed. You know, I broke up with my husband.
That's Baba Titi.
That's Baba Titi.
Okay.
Tapiwa, that's his name. And,
Nasty breakup.
it was a very nasty breakup, and I believe that I was treated with so much unfairness in my marriage, and then at the end of the day I walked out of it with nothing but HIV. It's something that really hurts me every time. I have a life now, Lumumba, a very good life. I'm proud of myself for working so hard for it, but every time when I think about that, it disturbs me a lot because I didn't deserve it. There's some people out there who are HIV positive who even celebrate to say, but I was a faithful wife to my husband. He knows that and he will never argue with that. That's why you saw when I talked about it, he never stood up to even try and argue because he knows the truth and he knows what happened and he accepts that it was wrong. But you know, men and their pride, you can never change them.
Do you still love Baba Titi?
No, I don't love Baba Titi, but I feel like he had to play a role in my life and my child's life because I did a lot for him that only a few women would do for a man who they love. I respected him so much. I did a lot for his family so much, and I believe even if I had my mistakes, I made my mistakes, I can't say I was perfect in my marriage, but this is not the way that I was supposed to be treated. Worse off when he accepted and apologized that I'm sorry I gave you HIV, and he knew This is not something that I make up, Lumumba. It's not a story. This story is there by Rotten Row. There's a file and it's huge. And do you know who withdrew the case? It was me. Because I love the guy. And I said, if he goes to prison, who's going to be there as Titi's father? He was already facing prison, 10 years. That was for him. I performed, you know Rotten Row, you always there, I always see you there. I went down, even the magistrate was shocked, like, is this woman crazy? I said, you know, I made a mistake. I know he wronged me, but I don't think this is the way to treat him. So the same way I treated him that time when he was released is the same way he was supposed to treat me. I can't force a person to love me, but I was just crying for him to be kind to me and his child, his first child, because Titi is his first child. And after all the promises and the vows we took, I don't believe in divorce. I know a lot of things happen in marriages, and my husband was one of the players in town, and this is the thing that we used to fight about. That was the main thing. It was with me, Lumumba, I don't take bullshit, I don't tolerate side chicks. So the way I would react after that, I think that's the thing that made him say, me and Chad, I'm cards. And I'm somebody I sing and go. I just don't want people to mess with me, Lumumba.
Do you think you're bipolar?
Well, I think so. I do, I think so.
You spoke about your HIV status. You came out in a picture with Prophet Magaya, trying out Prophet Magaya's medicine.
Yeah.
So are you free of HIV now after taking a...
Well, with Prophet Magaya's issue, the government was not going to approve at that time.
But did you take the medicine?
About it? No, because they're still working on the process. Kutiva agree. You understand? They want to come up to an understanding, because you can't just bring a drug in the country without the law. So we are all waiting for the law to say, go ahead. But yes, I really want to try. Because
he's a good guy, by the way. I've met him.
Magaya is a wonderful man. Whatever. I don't care. As long as I don't need to buy other people's issues. You understand, Lumumba? So with Prophet Magaya, no matter what he did, which I don't know, I don't care. What I'm looking for from Prophet Magaya is that pill. You understand? That's what I want. And I'm out now. Thank him so much, especially Jigatoitika like that. I don't know what I would do to Prophet Magaya, because I want to be okay. I don't need this. I don't need this. You don't have an idea. Remember, you see me smiling and whatever, but it's not like always rosy when it comes to my health. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm in hospital, sometimes I'm not okay, sometimes, but I always make sure I make people laugh. And sometimes I ask myself, why am I doing this for people?
This they been, and this they been.
The original Zimbabwean taste you've loved since 1987. Chicken Inn, celebrating 30 years of love.
What's your biggest area of passion? What are you most passionate about of all your projects?
The one I really love that's like here is helping people living with HIV and AIDS, especially the single women.
Right.
I have them at heart. I'm actually the founder of Together We Can Foundation that focuses on women and children living with HIV, whereby we empower and we teach ladies that it's not the end of the world. And I always teach them using me as an example. If you look at me, AC, I'm sure you can see I'm beautiful. Yeah, you agree with me? Yeah. And I'm okay, I'm healthy, though I'm HIV positive, and I look good.
Why do you expose your kids at such a young age?
All right, when I was pregnant and we was having problems with Mai Titi, we used to go to this prophetic church, and the both of us were prophesied by the man of God. He said, you guys, you fight a lot. Then he talked about the baby inside. He prophesied, he even said it's a girl, and she's going to be something else as soon as she comes out. She is going to bring blessings. She is going to make your name famous.
She'll buy you a Jaguar.
She's going to buy me a Jaguar. She is an actress already. Saka, there's no need for me kumutsindira. Lumumba is not all about education and whatever. Ini ndakaenda kuchikoro, ndakagona straight, but zvinhu zvandiri kuita hobo hazvinei nechikoro. Ndotoshandirwa nevanhu vanoenda kuchikoro. Some things I don't even know how to calculate. But pane vanotondiitira.
36 wings. Okay. And 3-minute mains. Thank you, Mbai. So, Mai Titi, talk me through the spiritual side of your life, which sometimes looks very conflicted.
Yeah.
To the side of Mai Titi we know. But because I got a chance to know you a little bit, I know that you are also very deep about the things of God.
Yes.
And explain that complex.
Okay. I love God, and if you listen to most of the things I say, I always put God because I am still one of the few who believe that God exists and God is coming back. Though it sounds crazy these days when you start preaching and you say God is coming and people are like, eh? Even on Facebook, when you share the things of God, but when you share yourself dancing naked, my likes are no wonder.
Have you ever shared yourself dancing naked?
No, I haven't, but Delicious has been doing that a lot.
People do a lot of comparisons, and you're compared a lot to, or maybe not compared to, but compared to vessels. Tyra, who's prettier, who's better, who's taller, who makes more money, who's more likable. How do you feel about the comparisons that people always throw at you?
Sometimes I just laugh about it, AC, because Tyra is a friend, like I said before, a sister I met and we became friends, but we don't have the same genes. We are not of the same blood. She's not my cousin. I don't have to look like her. She looks like a people from where she comes from. So I find it very, I don't know what word exactly to use. Because how can you compare a slim person and well, if I say fat, then people will say akushora. I don't know. How do we many words that Shandi say Tyra agasimba, yeah? Ane wait. Hininda barwa daga wonda. Ukatondrono ndichisimba ndinengenda bvumiwa ne environment. Like when I go to South Africa and I come back, you can be very pretty and very poor. You understand what I'm saying? She's pretty, yes, and I love her bum-bums. I like her behind. She's got a good behind.
You got a couple of music videos I've seen where you are singing, and I want us to sing one of your songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my favorite. You just touch my brain.
Go my Titi, go my Titi, go my Titi. Titi.
I love, that's one of my favorite songs.
What was that song about? Explain.
Okay.
Tell me about that song.
It's a love song.
Right.
I was actually dedicating this song to somebody I love. Yeah. Well, I'm in love, Lumumba.
Are you a cuddler, like a love bird, like a softie?
I can be sometimes. Then I'm a hard lover as well.
What's the most misunderstood thing about this God-fearing, beautiful mother, soon-to-be wife, Mai Titi?
Lumumba, that, you know, when I'm home, every time I get home from work, I always pray to God, one day I just wish that people would know the kind of person I am, besides television and Facebook and whatever. Those who do, they respect me for that, because they know what I portray out there is not who I am. It's the same when people meet me in town, they're like, Mai Titi! For Baba Titi! You know, they are all excited, and I'm like, Munofara. And then they're like, eh? Then they're like, eh? She looking like that's not me. That is acting. We're looking for money. We make up these characters. Sometimes it's story sometimes no actandine would sing. It's the same as people would think that I drink. Lumumba from birth, I don't touch alcohol.
Thank God.
But I act drunk almost 3/4 of the time. I'm always acting drunk, and I'm so good in it. I love it. I enjoy it, and I always say, I think I met this bunch of girls one day. They're like, "You are more prettier in person." I'm like, "Oh, wow. Really?" Wow. They say that in front of my face. "Oh, Mai Titi, you are more pretty." I was like, "Oh, really? Thank you." I didn't know if I should take it as a compliment or whatever, because a lot of people say I'm ugly and I look like Brenda Fassie, and I don't think Brenda Fassie was ugly. That one was an icon, the most beautiful woman on earth and the most strongest woman ever. And whenever they call me Brenda Fassie, I feel this strength. And I feel like if she was still alive, Brenda Fassie will be my best friend. Yes.
You asked me to leave you by one of the top hotels in Harare.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious why am I taking you to a hotel? I mean, people do a lot of things in hotels, right?
Yeah.
And they know more for different reasons.
No, don't worry, my Estonian in a virus, I go Chinese I see. So what's happening is you can see what I'm wearing.
It's very nice, by the way. You look very
beautiful.
Thank
you. I'm a designer, and I'm launching my fashion brand, Mai Titi Designs.
Mai Titi Designs.
Mai Titi Designs.
Mai Titi. Okay.
Mai Titi. Mai Titi. Mai Titi is Mai Titi, and there's Mai Titi Diaries. There's Mai Titi Company. Everything that can go Chisa under Titi. Since Nabakuza, she's my lucky charm.
Yes.
So even if I'm to die, she is the next CEO of everything that I own.
Good.
You understand?
I saw your car. It's very nice.
Yeah. That one is for my daughter.
Yeah.
Then I bought a Benz recently. That's the one I move around with. I'm an MC, like the best there is so far in town.
The best MC?
The best. I think I'm the best MC so far in town. Not like I'm competing with anybody. So I don't need to be competing with somebody from next door, because I don't know what they eat there. I don't know how they live there. So why do I need to compete? I'm only striving for my own success. You understand, Lumumba? Competition is not necessary. Compete with yourself. Upgrade yourself. Bring out the best in you.
What has been the secret to Mai Titi's survival and success? Because you haven't just survived, you've succeeded.
True.
What's that? Quickly, what is that secret before I drop you off?
Pain. Pain made me to be who I am now.
Wow.
Suffered so much pain, Lumumba, and I told myself, those who thought would come to my funeral, they would rather come to my success. Those who thought could by now I would be dead, Ndavi Guanema stress. I wanted to prove them wrong. So pain brought me to be who I am today. Lumumba. It's not you who has the final say to my destiny. God has the final say. And this is what God is saying. He's saying, Mai Titi, you are a winner.
Amen.
Amen.
Mai Titi, I'm about to drop you off. I want you to know, my sister, I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
I hear a lot of things said about you.
Yeah.
But you're one of the most gifted people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Don't let that star go to die. You're brilliant.
Amen.
You're gonna do great.
Amen.
And I will always be there to cheer you on.
Thank you.
Okay? I love you so much, my sister. Look after the little girls, and thank you for taking the drive on TLFDrive.
This they been, and this they been.